All right, so we're live. I have with me Natalie with just her lovely voice.
And well, I
Um,
mean, the picture counts as my face
yeah,
too.
and the
It's
picture,
still
yes,
me.
her lovely picture. Yes. Do you want to introduce yourself for anyone that? Oh, there's
Yeah,
no one
I'm
here
Natalie
yet, but
Locke. Yeah, I'm Natalie Locke for anybody who's going to be watching this on the back end. um, but I'm a new YouTuber. I think Stephanie, you and I started like right about the same time. I think
it's
you might have
it,
started just a smidge ahead of me.
maybe I think
Um,
it's maybe like around April, May,
July.
maybe
Oh,
no,
then
yeah,
you're
I think.
further. You're way further back than me.
No, I
Okay.
started like going into live
You
streams and talking to people like in April, but I don't
that
think I posted until like June, July,
Oh,
somewhere in
okay.
there.
And
Yeah.
July was the first time I started posting. But my videos are like, hey, here's what I did. It might work for you. And hey, here's what I did. Don't do it. But now, oh no, I answer the kids' questions. It's cool. I'll just tell everyone else in the chat what's going on when they get here. But but now I'm doing Milwordy, so I will be doing weekly vlogs every Tuesday of my weekly Milwordy-ness.
Oh, yeah. So I'm also doing Millwordy, and
Yes.
I'm going to be um, like doing not weekly, but like mid month and then the end of the month type
There you
blog updates. Awesome.
go.
Say hi.
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 I'd show my face, but even if I turn my camera on, you wouldn't be able to see me. What stuffed animal is that?
What's the animal?
This is this is Blizzy.
Ah, Lizzie.
Let's see. Yes, it's her thing. Stuffed animals and cats. All
Hmm.
right. Let's see. So you're doing Milwordy. How long? How are you doing with that so far?
So, based on the rules I established at the beginning, I in 3 days I was able to reach my weekly goal of 19,000. I was at 23,000, but when I closed that off, and I think I'm thinking about reevaluating how what I count for Millwordy because technically Millwordy is supposed to be a million words written. Well, technically I'm not writing a million words. Like that 23,000 isn't me writing. But here's my thought process. Tell me what you think.
Okay.
So when I edit my own work, I am reading my work and making like comments to myself of what to fix and I fix it. So technically that chapter would count again, right? Like if it's a 3,000 word chapter, I'm going to count 3,000 words again because I was thinking critically as I was reading it and making edits throughout the whole chapter, right?
Okay.
All right. So my thought is when I'm critiquing other people's work and their chapters, which I've learned so far, I read a lot more than I thought I did. Um I believe that not only should I count the words that I'm reading critically because I'm in that writer mindset of how can this be better, but I should also count the words that I'm writing to them in the comments so that I can convey my ideas eloquently for them to follow. But that's leaving me in a situation where my reading critically words, air quotes with that, is at like 13,000 of the 23,000 words for this week. And so I'm feeling guilty for it, but at the same time, if I was editing my own book, I would be doing the same exact thing of reading critically my words and making changes to an entire 69,000 word book too.
Okay.
So I don't I'm torn. Like I feel guilty, but at the same time I'm like I'm still have that writer mindset that the spirit is supposed to bring out.
Okay. So, I mean, the rules that you set forth in the beginning, were you originally going to count the words that you're going to be reading to edit?
Yeah,
Was that your
yes,
original plan?
because like for example, since I have a full-time job, I count my work words too, but I don't count every email, every IM. I only count those that I am being critical of. So am I proofreading the email because it's going to a higher up? Am I am I reworking a paragraph that I'm writing because it's going to be in a specific document that we're creating. And stuff like, am I being critical of my output is kind of like my drive in counting my work words, which, by the way, apparently I'm not very critical in the sense of I'm not doing critical work. I'm doing work. I'm getting work done if my work ever watches this, but I'm getting work done. It's just, it's not, those words aren't counting because I got like the one day that I did have words, it was like 279 the words that I was able to count that day.
Okay.
Because apparently a lot of my emails, I don't feel the need to spell check and proofread and
so for me, typically, like, I'm not counting like instant messaging or like Facebook posts or Instagram posts.
Agreed.
Or emails in general, but I felt that I could count. So the other day I wrote a long-winded email to my daughter's therapist about her behavior, and it was like a 1,300 word email.
That should definitely count because you're trying
There was
to
a lot.
convey understanding, and you want to make sure that you're because you're probably listing a timeline, I'm assuming.
Yes, timeline and specific things that happened and that timeline
and
when it happened and
specific
how it affected
examples.
other people. Yes, exactly.
Yes, and so you're including emotion. So yes, I 100% support that. And also you were actually writing. It wasn't
Right.
in my situation where I'm like reading critically.
Mhm.
But hey, I will say, like, so once I got that 23,000, the weekend started and I decided for my mental well-being, yes, my words numbers are good by my original rule sets, but I should read for fun now. And so I finally finished Stephen King on Writing. Love it.
I loved that book.
Yes.
Not only did I listen to it in audio form, but
Ooh,
then
nice.
I went back and I checked it out, and he actually did the audio taping of the book. So I really loved it. Like the part where where he tells you where he came up with the story Carrie, and then like he threw it away, and then his wife tells the kids it out, and like I just love the whole thing. I just loved it all.
And for me, I think something that really sells it for me is that at the beginning of the book, he was talking about, which, by the way, I will say it took me like 3 months to finally finish the book. But either way. Oh, and by the way, my whole point before I go into on writing is that I am reading for fun. So this reading for fun, even though, yes, I'm reading Save the Cat or Read on Writing, I'm reading these things that are going to help my writing, I'm not counting it towards my mill-wordy reading critically stuff because I'm not being critical. I'm just soaking in, really.
Okay. So, I mean, I can see how some people might think that you're cheating, quote unquote, because mill-wordy is writing a million words in a year.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, if those are the rules that you set forth, because some people are doing only like 500,000 words, or there's some people that are counting hours, reading. And some people are only counting hours.
Yeah. Some people are including reading, and I actually did break down on my tracker where I have a line for just writing, and that writing includes my comments when I'm critiquing someone else's work, but it's not including the word count of what I'm critiquing, like what I'm reading to critique.
Okay, so like if you're critiquing something that someone else wrote, you're only counting the words that you're commenting, like the words you're actually typing to comment, but you're not counting the words.
Yeah, so I'm counting the words that I'm commenting in that reading description, and then I have a separate line for reading critically alone. So the words are separated between the two. But either way. But I'm not counting my words, but I set these rules at the beginning. Some people are including reading, and I do have my primary goal of 1 million, my secondary goal is 750,000, and then my life happens goal of 500,000. So at least I'm going to be able to count at the end of it. It's probably going to be maybe 500 or 750,000. Maybe work will pick up where I have more actual writing that needs to be more fine-tuned than my IMs and quick emails that I've been sending. So,
gotcha. Yeah, so I also am a freelance editor, so I feel like I wouldn't count the words that I'm reading because I'm just counting the words I'm writing, just not including reading at all, just the words I write. So I feel like when I do edit for other people, that I would just count the words that I write down as in like the comment section, because I use Google Docs to edit. So any comments I write, or if I say remove that, then that would be 2 words, because that's usually what I
Yeah.
add in more often than anything else is remove
What
that.
about what do you do when you say like suggested edit and you reword an entire sentence? Do you count suggested edit and the entire sentence rewording?
I would just, since I'm just physically typing the
Mhm.
whatever the new sentence is, I would just count the words I actually type in.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, because like
I'm just
Google Docs,
I'm curious
Google
how
Docs,
other people are accounting because really
because
it
Google
is a
Docs will say like suggested edit, and then it'll come down.
okay.
Ooh,
Well, and that's what. Ooh, yeah.
Ava writes. She just popped
Yeah.
in on YouTube, and she says that she tracks drafting words as entire words, editing words as all words reviewed. So she edits far more than she actually has
Yeah.
reviewed. Okay.
Well, and I did that also with my because I mean if I'm editing my full 3,000 word chapter and then maybe it jumps up to like 3,100 by the time I'm done editing because I'm an underwriter.
Yeah,
And
I'm an underwriter
yes.
too. Totally.
But now I'm talking net, like because I always delete words when I'm editing, but I also add in to make sure I'm.
So I have this novel that I'm writing, and it's at a certain number of words. So like at the end of would be I'll be editing and adding words and retracting things, and then before I start on it, the next time I start on it, I'll look to see how many words I've written or what the new word total count is, and then I'll put that in there, and then whatever the difference is, that's what I actually written.
Oh, okay. So you count the different. Okay. Yeah, for me, I feel like because I'm still stuck on that reading critically mindset, like what I call the writer's mindset, and so I just count the whole chapter. If I'm looking at the whole chapter now, my first novel is with beta readers chapter by chapter, and so when I get their comments back, I don't count the whole chapter anymore because they're not having me edit the whole chapter. They're having me edit like 2 or 3 paragraphs here, 2 or 3 paragraphs there. So I feel guilty if I count the whole chapter at that point.
No, I get that. So yeah, I mean, everyone has their different rules for the Milwordy thing, and you know,
I think
if
I
you're
like that
counting
flexibility with it. Like,
yeah,
because
I
then
mean,
that
if
means
you're
like you and I can't compare ourselves to each other
no,
at all.
no.
It's
I mean,
just
if you're
what do you
doing
feel
it,
comfortable with it?
if you're using it as like anything you're critically thinking about, then that's a lot different than like just anything that you read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have some people in the chat. So Ava's here, and she says that she hits 1,000,000, for example, and she has 5,000 drafted and 5,000 edited. Did she really write 1,000,000? No, but she wrote more than but she said she did far more work than than that though. So I mean, editing is a lot more work than just writing the words down. Because you know what I mean? Because it takes a lot more brain power to think about what you wrote and see how
some
it can.
people I know they might even be counting brainstorming sometimes, which for some people I think they might be converting their brainstorming into free writing, so they can actually have a word count to apply to it.
Yeah, so anything that I'm writing down in regards to my creativity, like blog posts or outlines or ideas or brainstorming, free writing, longer, like the description in the YouTube stuff, if it's like really long, not like copy and paste, that stuff I actually write, I'm counting. If I actually do script my YouTube videos, I'm counting that for writing.
Yes, I do, but I only count that once. I count it my final outline because sometimes I'll redo outlines and I'm like the final one counts, not like my revisions of it.
No, yeah, I get that. And then I have like a few like short story ideas. I'm counting those.
Same.
And so like I have a category like draft. Like let's say I'm writing a book. I'm kind of calling it a memoir, but it's based on things that actually happened. But I'm gonna tweak it a bit, so it's not exactly how it happened. Yeah, inspired by true events. So I'm going to be like memoir draft, and there'll be another category where memoir editing. And so the words that I like there'll be a difference. So like I'll have it all finished. I'll go back any words that I add to it. So let's say it's like at 60,000 words, and by the time I'm done editing, it's like 62,000. I'll just write 2,000 more words instead of like 62,000 all over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So let's see here. So Sapak is here.
That's
Spencer-
Sid.
Sid, that's right.
Yeah.
His name is different on other channels, like other social media platforms I interact with him on. I always forget
like
that.
Instagram and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I follow Sid on Instagram.
I think I follow.
I
I think it's on Discord.
Oh,
think
I haven't.
his
I'm
favorite-
on Discord, but then again, I'm not on Discord, like not religiously. So-
Spence
There's too many
is
platforms.
there's a lot. There is a
Yeah.
lot. That's true. Let's see here. Spence is here saying hello.
Mhm.
Let's see here.
Everyone's saying hello to each other.
Spence says he's
Ooh.
counting his brainstorming and free writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spence is that. And let's see.
Actually, I believe Spence is a girl because I think I follow her on
Spence.
Instagram. By the way,
Okay.
Spence, let me
I couldn't
know if I'm.
yeah,
I
I
could be
can tell by the
confusing you with
picture.
someone else. But let us know. We want to make sure
Yes.
we
Right.
have the right pronouns here.
Yes.
So. Then Eva,
So,
we got our phases, our planning more than writing. You know, I'm noticing people doing phases. I have this. I have like my monthly breakdown where I can see where I'm devoting most of my percentages of words to. And then I also have, like I was mentioning earlier, where I have like my kind of similar to phases of what there's writing, outlining, reading, meaning reading critically, and editing, and then critiquing, like my actual comments when I critique.
okay. Let's see here. Ava has social, which is all other writing, not conversational
Yeah.
words.
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly, excitement centered around the graphs after year. Yeah, I like graphs. I love Excel. That's the whole reason I did create an Excel spreadsheet. If it, Stephanie, not to plug myself
No.
in here, but if anybody has like hates their spreadsheet or they're thinking about starting, maybe you're starting on November 1st. Like there is a group of people that will be starting November 1st. No worry. Please go to my channel. I have spreadsheets. And if you're not tech savvy or Excel savvy, go to Millwordy Part 3 spreadsheet. That will tell you here, download my Excel spreadsheet, and then here's how you tailor it to your needs. And it's like a 6.5 minute video. There's
Okay.
other, yeah.
So I've never done a spreadsheet before, and the first spreadsheet I ever actually did was your spreadsheet. That was like the video that was like 30 or 40 minutes long, and
was
it took
part
me
one.
it took me forever. I think it took me like 6 hours because I kept on pausing.
If you
Because
want,
I use Google Sheets or Google
Yeah.
Docs. I don't have Microsoft
and
Word,
then
so it's a little bit
part
different.
part two is where I tell you how to do the graph. But if you want, you could skip part 2 and just go straight to part 3. Download the spreadsheet before you get too far deep, and that way you have your graphs in there where it has that monthly breakdown of where you're devoting, like your word percentages are.
Okay, so I
If
already
you wanna
have
do that.
I have all the spreadsheets for the whole year based on your first video. So I might go in and
Yeah.
do the second one.
You could just watch part 2 and
Yeah.
figure out how to do the graph. It's I say it's easy, but it's also not easy. It's easy for me, but hey, when everyone, keep in mind, I'm gonna admit this, people. I am not tech savvy. All my Excel spreadsheets, I did a Google search because I knew Excel had the capabilities. I just didn't know the how. So I did the Google search of the how, did it myself, and then I made the video. So don't feel like I'm some guru that knows her stuff. No, I just know how to Google. So just throwing that out there. That I'm not, don't feel bad if you're watching my videos and getting lost. No, I also speak wrong incorrectly. So either way, continue through the comments before we do the sprint. And then
All
I'm
right,
gonna have
so
to close my sentences.
Evan says separate tracking for reading goals, rereading for editing is included in there.
Yes.
only happened because you couldn't figure out how to put it into her Millwordy tracker. Let's see here.
Yes, Caro Brown. She has a good one. So does the Dawdling Writer. She has a good spreadsheet. Kate Kavanaugh has one for her. I think it was for her patrons.
Yes.
She had one offered there. So, oh, Eva, I love that your husband made it for you. That is true love.
I did so the day that I made it, my husband was off doing laundry, and I was like, I'm making a spreadsheet, and he's like, I can make one for you. I'm like, it's fine. I'll just figure it out
Yeah.
as I go. And he's like, I could have done it for you. I'm like, well, now I know how to do it, or at least find a video of how to do it anyway.
That's what I also wanted, because like for me personally, I'm all well and good. It's nice to be handed something, but not to go religious, but I do like the proverb of like, give a man a fish, he's not hungry for a day. Teach a man a fish, he's not hungry for the rest of his life. And so I that's like my own thing. I'd like, yes, please just give it to me, but also give me how and why, so that I can not rely on you later in life.
Right. Right. Yeah, exactly. It's always nice to know how to do something for yourself. And Spence says knowing how to Google is a skill. Definitely. It's an adult skill.
Yes, it is. Do you know how Google and YouTube have made me self-sufficient at times?
Definitely. All right. So I got through all the comments, I think. And so, how does everyone feel about like a 15-minute sprint to start off with?
Oh, 15 minutes is a good start.
Yeah.
I'll go with it. I'm going to be
Okay.
getting off and reading, and I have company, so I got to go hang out with them and be social. But I just want to jump on because Stephanie and I are always through comments, and I was like, I have to talk to her.
Yes, because we're so far apart. I mean,
because it's
you're
like
in
9:45. I'm on Eastern time. I mean,
and I'm in Oregon, so it's 6:45. I still got
yeah,
a few hours to go. All right, so Spencer Sprint. Ava says works for me. So, oh yeah, I guess I should get a timer out.
yeah. There's Google timers. I use Mr. Timer if you liked my sprints with the music and stuff. That was always fun.
Should have had this pulled up before, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
hindsight's 2020. It's fine. You got time to work with. It's only 6:45, 6 there. So
I don't know. We're gonna do this one.
I'm curious to see which one you chose. Just make sure if it has sound, you click the share sound, because I clicked it I forgot to click it sometimes. And I'm like, why is there no sound?
Gotcha. All right. How's that one?
Ooh, I love those. I love being in the chat, and I'm like, this one's gonna win. Start making bets.
Right. All right.
And
so
actually, what's good is that you also do rewards. Here you go. Do a reward. Set a writing goal, and when you reach your writing goal and your duck wins, then you get a cookie or something.
Yes.
But only if both happens. That's a fun game. Okay.
All right.
With that, y'all enjoy sprinting. Best of luck this evening. And for everyone doing Millwordy, I hope you reach your goals and you are staying mentally and sane throughout the process. And make sure you have something to hydrate with during these sprints too, by the way.
Definitely. All right. So it was nice chatting with you, Natalie.
Likewise. Thanks for having me, even though it was a quick minute. All right.
It's all right. All right. Bye. Okay, so the 15-minute sprint, and I'll chat with everyone when we get back. All right, and let's All right, everyone. Hopefully the duck that you want to do in one. All right. So, for anyone joining, that was just the ending of our first sprint. I forgot to put a banner across the bottom. Sorry. Um, yeah. My daughter actually went with ducky number 2. I wanted the one with the hair to win, so there goes that. So, how did everyone do? What are you working on? Please share. I'm working on a blog post about some of my favorite books and how it affected me as a reader through years. I'm compiling a stockpile, I guess, of blog posts for when I do decide which platform to do my blog post on. I'll already have the blog post written and I can schedule them out. Spence says 250 words. Good job. Let's see. 164 words is what I wrote in that sprint. And they get a little distracted. So I got a little sad. That's okay. It happens. So I'm just working on the climate and probably do the whole heart created. I am looking forward to reading that. Or not reading it, to watching it, because that sounds interesting. I thought about seeing if I could do something for it, but I'm not that comfortable with my activity yet. Eva says she's watching Charlie's Peter 2 tag video. I did watch it. I thought he did a great job. Charlie did a really good job at how you did that video. Yes, I agree. Eva, I agree with you. Charlie should definitely make more videos in that way. I really liked it. Accidentally had a 10K day. I would love to have an accident 10K day. And I appreciate you stopping by and hitting the like button and saying hi. Nothing wrong with that. Oopsie 10K. Yeah, when you accidentally have a 10K day. The last time I tried doing a 10K day, I hit like 8,500 words, and that fried my brain. I didn't write for another week. Yeah, looks like sounds like he did have a 10K day today. So, of those in the chat, are you all doing Milwordy this year? Are you all doing Milwordy? And if you are you going for 1,000,000 words, or did you set up a different goal? Doing good? I am doing Milwordy. I have set my goal for 1,000,000 words. I am counting everything except for like instant messages, social media posts, things like that. I'm not counting. Bacon says she's not doing it, but she is tracking. And I have all the ideas I want to write on, so I figure if I don't hit 1,000,000 words, I'm going to be writing a lot. So it says, doing Milwordy, I want to do a 10K day sometime this week. I haven't decided what day. You do one a week because you don't write every day. Yeah, so Sunday is my least written day because we get up in the morning and we get to church at 8 o'clock in the morning because my husband does the audiovisual stuff and some IT stuff at our church, and then come home, and then it's lunchtime, and so it's just a long day. And then I don't write during the daylight hours typically because we have schooling to do with my 3 kids, so I usually don't write until like around 4 or 5 on Saturday. But during the week, I don't write until after the kids go to bed because the husband does a couple of 2-hour shifts in the evening for on-site job security places. So yeah, doing 10K day would have to be a lot of pre-planning. Spence, you should let us know when you decide to do it. We'll join you. Sure. What? You were going to take the day off and you've got 10,000 words? Hi, Heather. Thanks for coming to hit the like button. And good night. Isn't it like 11 o'clock there? Yeah. Lately, I've been getting to bed a little bit earlier than normal, which is good. You get the writing bug. You can't just ignore it. You got to go with it. I'll do Mondays and Thursdays. Well, if anyone would ever want to try to do on a Saturday, I'm going to try to do at least one 10K day a month to help with my little wordy goal. Because I've only been writing like around 3,000 words a day, which is my work goal per day, but I've been having been writing every day. And hi! Hello. Hello, Mary or Mari? Mary. I'm going to say Mary and hope that's how you say it. I'm a new Darkness novella. That sounds fun. It says, I'm going to be helping my first grade with his distance learning starting Tuesday. I've gotten no instruction from the school. Yeah. I've gotten, so the school district where we're at, we've gotten, I know people that are still doing the public school district learning thing, and they've gotten no instructions from their teachers either. So, I feel you on that one. I can understand the frustration with that. You sure? And Mary with an eye. All right, the no. All right. After says it's 10. Oh, yeah. I can't add. It's fine. Adding is hard. Safe Arc's always fun. Okay, so how does everyone feel about doing another sprint? And I'm up for votes on how long of a sprint you would like to do. Just do that 15-minute one. So how's like a 20 or 25 minutes and up for votes. What's wrong? What's wrong, Riley? Okay, so Megan says she's down for about a 20. Sounds good. Travis says, when this podcast, I start running faster. I'd be interested in listening to that podcast because I definitely want to be able to write faster. And Spence says, probably after next sprint, running out of steam. I get it. It's a lot later where you guys are all at than where I'm at. Alrighty, let's do which timer? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do a kitty timer because I think they're really cute. And yeah, let's do 20-minute times. Okay. All right, so let's get ready to do our 20-minute sprint, and then we'll check back when it's done. Okay, how did everybody do with that sprint? I got more words written on my blog post that I'm writing about my favorite books growing up and why they're my favorite. How did everyone else do? Did you write? Were you productive? Did you stare at the screen? Did you get water? Did you watch videos? What did you guys get done?
So the other one got left out. We had to put one.
Alright, so, all right, good. Comments going through. Megan says that she helped make dinner and got a couple of hundred words written in my novel. So we had dinner like at 5. My husband made breakfast burritos with like this breakfast sausage, but lately meat has tasted like crap lately. So now I'm eating some frozen burritos for food instead. You got a couple hundred words written in your novel. Good progress. Mary got 209 words. Good job. I'm glad we're getting things done. I feel weird as I'm like talking and there's no one on screen with me as I wait for comments to come in. Like, what do I say? Because I see that on YouTube, there's comments. Let's see here. Ooh, Megan says fish and chips. I love fish and chips. They are good. I love them. There's a food truck in the area that makes really good fish and chips. And then whenever I go to the coast, fish and chips are good. Maybe it was just really important that you told us that we got fish and chips for dinner. Yeah. YouTube music videos. I get distracted a lot by YouTube clips of shows, and there are even shows that I've seen already, but I still get distracted by them. All right. So I'm not really sure how long I'm going to be sprinting for tonight. I'm thinking at least for another 45 minutes. So it'll be 8 o'clock my time. It depends on how long you guys want to keep going. I'll go to like 9-ish, 9:30 my time. Depending on how long you guys don't want to keep sprinting for this evening. So was I gonna say? So if you guys want to have another sprint, let me know. Put in the comments how long you'd like to sprint for. Um, and then we'll go from there. I guess. Yeah.
Amazing I get first. But help my son start. I'm sorry. Oh, it's terrible.
Okay. So we did a 15 and then we did a 20. Oh, I like the 20-minute sprints. I think that's a good chunk. You can just do 20-minute sprints and keep going. I think that'll be good. If everyone's okay with that.
You did good. You did not get cold. You rest over. So proud of yourself? Was that easy? Oh, really? Part two. Part two is you do the same thing except for longer distance. Right. Next.
Okay, so if no one is, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. So I'm gonna do a 20-minute timer. Let's do, I don't know. Let's do a snail race timer. Why not? So how's one feel about this snail race timer and for 20 minutes? Okay, so I'm just gonna get this going for the 20-minute timer, and I'll catch you when you guys come back. All right, so I'm going to call the purple snail. That's my snail. Purple is mine. All right, and let's go.
start getting ready for bed.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. It's the red one.
Oh, your it's down.
Oh, good. Oh, Megan, you were correct. It was the red one. So, yay. How did everybody do? So, I'm making progress on my book or on my blog post I'm writing about some favorite stories or books I have. I'm writing about The Flowers in the Attic. And then I mentioned the book Diary of Anne Frank that I read like in fourth grade. And then I'm going to be writing also in the same blog post about my favorite series. So I'm almost done with that. Megan said you eat dinner. Oh, tiramisu. That sounds tasty. Are you closer to like Pacific time zone? Because if you're one of the East Coast YouTubers, you're eating a very late dinner. Spence says 762 words. Good job. Okay. So the reason I'm writing blog posts is one, I want to have a blog and then have the stockpile of posts ready to put on there. I also find blog posts easier to write than my own stories, especially for when my kids are awake interrupting me and crying because they want a cat and we don't have a cat or need my attention. It's easier to do that than figure out where I am in my creativity when I get interrupted a bunch during the day. Spence, what type of writing are you doing? Are you working on a book, a novel, a fantasy, a murder mystery, a end of the world disaster book, which would be perfect timing for this time of year? Just curious, what are you working on? I mean, obviously that was a joke about the end of the world thing because it's probably not the best time to be publishing any end of the world disaster stuff. Yes, it was like giant volcanoes everywhere. That would be a good end of the world disaster book, but that's been written several times. Spence says, waiting for it to pop up in StreamYard, that she's Working on the Feynman anthology, a creepy pasta about living. A creepy pasta about living in the Midwest and corn mazes. Okay, I get the corn mazes in the Midwest. I don't know your reference to creepy pasta, but it does sound interesting. Yes, I agree, Megan. It definitely sounds interesting. Hmm. So it says, time for gonna go to bed. More writing. How's work tomorrow? Okay, trying for a 10K day tomorrow as well as get my house cleaned. Yeah, I'm gonna be writing tomorrow, but I doubt I'll get 10K simply because we have church from 8 to like 12, but we'll leave like at 7:30 and get home about noon. So unless I spend the entire rest of the day writing, that's not gonna happen. But I bid you good luck, and so does Megan. Good luck. Mhm. All right. So for the rest of us that are still hanging out in the chat, how's it going? How is your writing going? Are you writing? Are you wishing you were writing? Creepypasta is a form for key. They're just 3 months soccer. 2 months channel return says. Ah, all right. I'll have to check. I watched your channel and I've gone on watch your channel and I've been on a live stream, so I'll have to check out that video. Thanks. All right. Bye, Spence. Good night. Okay. So those that are still here. Let's see here. Megan, Devin, if you're still here. Mary, and so Pat. I don't know if you're still here or not, but how do you all feel about, and whoever else is here, doing another sprint? Megan says that going slow. MC your best friend at a coffee shop getting coffee. What they're talking about, though. So, did her best friend? Do they see each other a lot? Are they the type of people that like just go and like vent about whatever's going on in their life? I mean, they could be just like griping about their jobs, griping about their relationship, kids, traffic. I don't know. I'm just coming with ideas. Mary says she would like another sprint. Cool.
I'll get him with that. All of them.
Like, you could always talk about if they like their job. Oh, they see each other all the time, and they're venting a bit like to have some sort of important conversation. All right, guys, you guys have any suggestions about what she could be talking about? Okay. Bacon says that she's down for another chat. All right. Ignore what I'm seeing in my other room. So ignore it.
Yeah, you. I don't see any of them on here.
They're right there.
Right there?
Yeah.
They're not in your bed.
All right. Let's do another.
We should go.
Yeah, except there's my child and my husband that you can hear in the background. Yeah, they are being funny. It's all right. All right. Do you want to do another 20-minute sprint?
Abra.
And then we can check in and see how we're doing. Yeah.
Blam! Oh, I missed.
What are you doing?
Kame, Kame.
That's just being weird. So loud. He says it's fine.
I heard him. Thank you. All right. I'm going to set another timer and we'll get going. Let's do.
Hey, Dad. My bread compensating.
That's because of the heat. Cold ratios are changing too fast.
Doesn't that smell like cherry, bro?
They can.
All right. So let's do a camel timer. Okay.
Bro,
20
this.
minutes.
That is not my book.
All right. Does anyone have any takers on which number you would like? I'm going to pick number 1.
Complication. But you have to give me some information. Because
Oh, I gotta actually share with you guys. Sorry. Ugh, there we go.
Yeah, do that. But have them on hold. So they're actually there.
That's it. That's it. They're completely different concepts. One is unlocking and see what's available. Yeah, grab some stuff that I think
All right, number 4. All right. So that. Okay. Does anybody else want to take any takers on which one you think is gonna win?
You're a teacher this weekend.
I am on set.
Do you like it so far?
I'm a slow reader, but you gotta keep in mind I'm
Do you like it so far?
just like psychological thrill. You say no, like psychological thrill.
Yeah.
Alright, so you want me to put books on hold? What? No. Just gotta do it.
It's like my cookie stuff and stuff with,
Sci-fi thing.
yeah, kind of like you would.
Alright.
But not necromancer stuff.
That's fantasy.
Oh.
Different.
Okay. So I'm gonna start the timer and then we'll
Those are the
back
ones
in.
with,
Alrighty.
like, video games and games.
So the report forecasting.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right, for those who are still hanging out here in the stream, how did everyone do that sprint? Please share in the comments. Let me know you're here. Let me know if you're still awake. That's okay if you didn't count the exact number of words. At least you got more words written. And Mary says no words got distracted by Zuko fan fiction. I'm not familiar with that. Ooh, the last Airbender fan fiction. That'd be interesting to read. Nathan says, getting back into my Pride and Prejudice fan fiction. I haven't written any fan fiction. I don't know why. Hold on. As I was saying, I've never actually written any fan fiction. My daughter has, middle one, the one that you saw on camera earlier. She's written fan fiction, but I have not. Yeah, I'm still working on that blog. Post about books. I think I'm almost done with it. Right now, I'm just gonna get a good dozen or so written, and then I'll go worry about finding graphics and things, or creating graphics to put into the blog post, so it's not boring. A boring thing to see on the screen. I think blog posts that have some graphics in there are more interesting to read than others that are just long form. Okay. How are you guys doing? Do you want to do another sprint? Words are hard. Or just wrap it up for the evening. Let me know. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna wrap up this live stream and tell everyone good night. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you for making the live stream worth a while. And if you're watching this on replay, thank you for watching this and come in my channel. You can find me here on YouTube, me Stephanie Whitson. You can find me on Instagram under Stephanie Whitson Writes. I have a Twitter page thing, but I don't really use it that often. It's under Whitson Writes. And that's about it. I'm trying to write words, trying to make a blog. We'll see when all that comes out so you can read it. Thanks again for coming. And I'll catch you guys on the next live stream.